strap hanging, gunshot sounds, doors slamming on the overground. Stalins are tough, but the lions are made of stone. Her evening paper is Moritone, but there's hope for later, Capricorn. Lucky stars give it just enough to get her home. Then she's there about to swing to the right, but she's thinking about a stranger in the night. I'm thinking about the lions, thinking about the lions. What happened to the lions tonight? Tonight. Tonight. Thinking about the lions. All right. This is the Lions, about the Lions in Trafalgar Square, Dire Straits. And the Lions came through yesterday. We're going to talk about that. Our guest. This is the Chab Dog Sports Talk Show for July 12th. Critics at Large, brought to you by Cabinet Law, serving Southern California's business and transactional legal needs. Hey, do I have a? Is it still there?
Yes.
You hear
Yes,
that?
I do. Abe, you're muted.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm muted, but I think I don't know if Yan, are you playing it through the radio speaker?
No. Okay. I'm just on my. I think that is that better now on my end.
Yeah, you're clear.
Okay.
Okay, great. Well, as I was saying, brought to you by Chapman Law, serving Southern California's business and transactional legal needs as well as estate planning, and by Chab Dog Sports Blog, where you're heading your sports headlines and finding sports commentary. All right, we got a great show for you. A lot of people in the studio, and I'll just get through the intros right now. That's Abe Miranda up upper left. He's my producer, and he'll put this massive undertaking together. And thank you, Abe, for your last-minute production help. And we got Brian Keller on the upper right, a Sports Rock Facebook creator. Do a great job with that. And definitely be talking about the baseball pennant races with you. Dorothy Dons joins us. Nice to have you back, Dorothy.
Thank you.
Looking lovely as always. And
thank you.
My special guest, Andrew Beach, lower right, basking in the glory of yesterday's victory.
Yeah,
Thank you for participating. I know it's not easy on a Sunday morning.
No, I'm going back to bed after this.
You usually go to church this time.
And then Yan Skwara, a friend of mine from way back, who's you're involved with upper management at the United Premier Soccer League, correct?
Correct.
Yes, and so you're intimately familiar with all the details of soccer in the United States and how things are progressing with that, and we'll be talking about that a lot today. Soccer is definitely on everybody's mind. Football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. That was my little tribute to the British team, and they got a lot of work to do, though, Andrew. That was a hairy victory.
Yeah, they looked dead on their feet. I think they were still struggling from their game against Mexico on the altitude. They looked walking wounded. It wasn't smooth, but we're celebrating our 1099th birthday today, as of July the 12th, when Alfriston actually united the Kingdom of England under one ruler. So it's not a bad birthday gift to ourselves. There you go. Dropping some history there for you.
What battle was that?
That was under a battle that was just from. Generally, he was the first, the Saxon king that actually had all the kingdoms. So he had Mercia, Wessex, Sussex. He was the first Saxon ruler that had all of it and coined the phrase England. land of the Angles.
Yes, how fitting, and you get a victory over one of those.
And the last battle that I think you're probably
nations.
referring to is we had a battle in 1066 against the Norwegians at Stamford Bridge, and we beat them, and then we lost to France about a week later, which could well happen in the World Cup, which would be a poetic irony, wouldn't it? But but no, England okay. But a good side that can win without playing well is a dangerous team. So I think both. England don't seem to get much of the rub of the green. Decisions have gone against them, but they seem to keep riding through it. They keep pulling out the bag. Big balls, Bellingham, with the 2 goals. So we're very happy with that. And we're going to go fight against Argentina, who are probably the opposite of England. They seem to have all the luck, all the decisions, and that's why they're known as Argentina rather than Argentina in England, because they get all the decisions. So we'll see how that goes down. I think that's on Wednesday. And then Tuesday we got France and Spain.
Are you going to go to any of the games?
You know what? I looked to go into the game yesterday, and I was poised. The flights I'd got lined up, I could afford it on the points and all the air miles, but it was like the cheapest was about $1,900 for nosebleeds, and I was just like, nah, I'm not going to schlep out to Miami for 24 hours and not enjoy it and just do for that. A friend of mine paid last minute like over $3,000, but he was on, one of the front rows. I saw him on the TV, so I'm sure he'll say it was worth the money. But yeah, the World Cup is just different gravy. The prices are silly. Some of the final tickets I've seen them going for like as high as $1 million.
But the games coming up are in Los Angeles, right? So you can easily.
I don't think so. I mean, the last one was in Los Angeles, Spain and Belgium on Friday. That was the last game in Los Angeles. I think they're playing in Kansas, and I think the finals in New York. I'm not sure where the other.
What? I thought that we were hosting this. Like, what's the deal?
I think they asked for too much money for the pitch, and also whilst the stadium's nice and so far, the pitch has been pretty awful, like a plastic pitch. So I think it's probably to do with the time difference as well, isn't it? I think having the games on the East Coast is probably beneficial to the audiences in Europe, which is where a lot of the teams are going to be playing are.
Oh,
France and Spain are playing in Dallas Stadium.
There you go.
Okay.
England are playing in Atlanta against Argentina in the final.
Yep, you're right.
New York. I did see the England fans singing yesterday to the Norwegians, there'll be no rowing in New York, which I thought was quite amusing. So,
poor Beechy. He won't get to see your boys in person.
No, not on this one.
But,
hey, you never say never, Brandon. If they get past Argentina on Wednesday and I've had enough to drink and it's feasible, then I might schlep out to New York and just be in the thick of it, even if I can't go to the game.
Yeah.
But
you're like the English coach who was like sounded kind of disappointed in the way the team played, even though they won.
He was happy with the mentality showing, but technically he wasn't happy with like the amount of times they give the possession away, how slow and ponderous they were. So, I mean, I think he give them props for having the fortitude to get through, but he wasn't happy with how gritty and nasty we had to make it to win.
But you're just playing kind of a workman-like tough team. My impression is Norway's they're not going to make a lot of mistakes, and they're kind of physical and aggressive, and that's just the way the game was.
Yeah.
It's hard to, I think, change some of those dynamics.
I think England didn't help themselves by playing a bit slow, and I think they could have played a bit faster and tried to get down the wings more, and they kind of telegraphed it a little bit for Norway. But, a couple of moments of brilliance from Bellingham, and that's all it needs. But we've kind of shithoused our way through again, and we did it against the Congo and obviously Mexico as well. So it's like good teams win without playing well. So if England's champagne performance has to come in the final, and that's the only time they play well, awesome. I don't mind. Doesn't matter if he goes in off someone's backside. If England win. So, I mean, I've done quite well on my picks, and this is the bit of the tournament where I would tell you, anything could happen now. Like, I mean, France are the favourites, but I mean, Spain can pass you to death. They don't give the ball away. So, I mean, they're both 50-50 games. I think, really, if you were going on who's the best, you would say France are better than Spain. they just have firepower, and you would think they would make the final. But the last 2 times Spain have played France, they beat them. And the last time they played in a 5-4 game in a end of the final. So yeah, pretty good. And England are miles better than Argentina. Argentina have got Messi, but you are playing against the officials and FIFA. I mean, FIFA stands for Fixed It for Argentina. So, you know, we are playing against the world in essence. So I'd like to say it's an England-France final, but it could be any number of the combinations you've got.
What happened last night? Because I didn't see the play where the Swiss guy got red carded, but what did he do? Exactly?
Yeah. So a Swiss player, an Argentinian player got booked, which is actually a rarity. I think they got their first yellow card of the tournament tonight in the quarterfinal, which is mad. They've been dirty as hell. And I guess they looked at it and he'd actually taken a dive, so he reversed the decision and booked the Swiss player who's on already a yellow card and got a second yellow for embellishment and got sent off. And the timing of it, they couldn't have been any better because Switzerland had just equalised. They looked like they were in the ascendancy, and then it just completely killed the game. So,
yeah.
But they had decisions all night. There were so many fouls that, as I said, the referees seemed to give everything to Argentina. So, and they made hard work for it. I mean, that's the 3rd game in a row. I mean, you say England are making hard work for it, but England are playing against conditions. I mean, we've got a man sent off. We've got penalties given against us. Argentina are getting a free, breezy ride. I mean, they're still making a hard work of it. But yeah, refs on side. That's why no one likes them.
All right. Well, we got reliving the Falklands War, right? Wasn't that between England and Argentina?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, 1982. Forever. So
not much of one.
I have a friend who's an Argentinian out here in SoCal. And he's been to the same pub as me the last couple of games to watch the football. And I said to him, whatever you do not go in there on Wednesday when England playing Argentina, because you will not be welcomed. You will be hung up by your ankle somewhere. It's we're not particularly friends of them and them. And
so where do you watch the games when you're here? Do you go to
places I like. I mean, if you can be bothered to schlep out to the King's Head in Santa Monica, that can be quite a good one.
Yeah.
In Hermosa Beach, I mean, the underground is pretty decent, but anywhere on that pier, there's so many English people around. I mean, I walked around yesterday after the games, and every bar was packed full of people with England shirts, England flags. The hangar on Aviation actually does you get quite a few English people there as well. There's plenty of places.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yan, are you pulling for anybody in particular?
Yeah. I have to say I'm probably rooting right now for England. I'd like to see him hoist the trophy. I think Argentina's had their time in the sun, and I don't like what happened in the Egypt match with that particular call. So that's my answer.
Okay. Nice diplomatic answer, but you seem to be indicating your preferences. Are you is your family historically from the United States?
Yes. So my roots are Polish. Unfortunately, we didn't qualify for the cup. We lost to Sweden in the qualifying match, and so I've been rooting for the U.S. Obviously, U.S. bowed out, and now I'm pulling for England.
Okay. And did you play a lot of soccer in college and any professional soccer?
Yeah, I mean, I played collegiately at Cal State LA here locally in LA, downtown LA area, and then I played in Germany for 8 years professionally, and that was when, back in the day when there was no Major League Soccer. Today, obviously, Major League Soccer is a great option for players that are coming out of college and what it may be. So that was my time, and I came back in the States, and then after
Who's gone?
I think we lost the connection.
Finding a spot in the game where I could get involved in helping the sport grow, and that was the point where I found a gentleman started up a little league here in Southern California. I became his partner, and we started a league called the United Premier Soccer League, which is a pro development league, Division IV in America, and we started with 10 teams back in the day in 2013, and it's grown all these years. Today we have 900 teams across the U.S., 40,000 registered players, and we're the largest pro development league in the U.S. And we're delivering players to MLS, to Europe, to Mexico, and it's been a good run. And it serves a great purpose as a platform for players and coaches and owners to showcase their club and their skills and get them to the next level.
Yeah. Anybody got any questions for Yan?
Yeah, I'll ask one. So, I mean, again, I come from England where I see obviously football being cheaper for kids to play and obviously more inclusivity. Do you think that's the biggest issue that hampers the US development and their progress in the World Cup? That it's not
Absolutely. I mean, it's the federation at the end of the day have to figure out what they're going to do, because our hands are tied. We're already, a lot of our clubs in fourth division, it's cash out of pocket, and they struggle to pay the bills. And it's a lot of ownership groups that really just have the passion for the game, but you can only carry a club so long financially, utilizing your own resources. So, at the end of the day, the resources have to be there, and I think the federation needs to get way, way more involved in a trickle down to the lower tier clubs and to the youth segment of the game, because right now it's the parents that are flipping the bill. $3,000, $5,000, $15,000 a year to play youth soccer, and that doesn't really make sense. And then on the other side of the coin, it eliminates a lot of talent.
Is that per child you're talking about, or when you're talking about like 3 to 50, or is that per team?
Yeah, it's $3,000 per child.
Wow.
And I'm talking, let's say a 14-year-old, a 16-year-old to play football. Basically, and it's not even year round. It's broken up and spaced out. So they're really not getting in my eyes, they're not getting the bang for the buck. They should be playing 10, 11 months out of the year playing league, but it's broken up, and they're doing a combination of league and tournaments. And at the end of the day, the parents are flipping the bill. And so not all parents have the resources to pay for their young ones to be involved on a club team, on a club academy team, and so they're left out. And so at the end of the day, the talent is not all being identified, and many players are being bypassed because of the financial restraints.
Yeah.
I think probably the fair amount of that cost is probably insurance, I bet.
Well, the insurance comes with the registration. So actually every player does have a secondary insurance policy that if they don't carry insurance and they're injured at training or at games, they do have a policy. But so that's the good news.
Yeah, that's crazy. The amount. I remember when I used to play back in England, we'd pay probably equivalent of $6 or $7 a week, and that would cover us going to the training 2 times a week, and that would also cover the referees on a weekend. So, obviously that doesn't add up to $3,000 a season. So it's and the whole point of football was that you could play with just a ball, and that was it. It's meant to be the
Yeah.
That's kind of why it's the world sport, because it doesn't require a lot of equipment.
Yeah, correct.
Well, if you look at the end of the day, and I think we have to be honest about it, there's a big gap between where we are and the top and the rest of the other 16 teams that moved on. We have to be honest with it, and it's really good that the U.S. got some wins and scored a lot of goals in the tournament, and that made a lot of people happy. Americans demand a winner. Americans want to see goals. But at the end of the day, the team did not deliver what the American fans wanted. Yeah. And I'm really happy that we picked up a lot of new fans from this game. It did go mainstream. I mean, CNBC Financial, the commentators are talking about the red card, and that's, you had 50 million viewers watching the game against Belgium, which is definitely a clear sign we're moving in the right direction. But at the end of the day, we got to be like England. We got to be like Spain. We got to be like France. We got to step up and deliver the goods. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Do you think that it would help if they had more of an actual pyramid rather than just a franchise division?
No question. We need promotion relegation because, and that's a big topic. If you have promotion relegation, you have investment capital being invested into the league and into player development. And right now, when you have a youth club has a player, here's the big problem. When a youth club has a player and that player starts to really develop and look good, that player can just leave that particular club and go to the LA Galaxy or go to LAFC, and that club is not compensated. Yeah. So how can you continue to develop players and have the resources to run your club if your players are just leaving without any compensation? Whereas in the rest of the world, as you know, if a player is on a club, there's compensation when that player leaves at 16, at 17 years old. And we're talking, hundreds of thousands of dollars to millions of dollars if that player is got a potential future.
Yeah, normally they write it into the contracts as well. So even if I think in Europe, I think it's 250,000 euros is the minimum that a player will go for if a player gets poached from like an amateur side to a professional team. And then if they obviously go on to bigger and better things, you can get a tribunal and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I think you probably do need to do that. Yeah, but again, I've played here and I see the talent there is when I've played locally, and I'm like, well, these people should be playing at a better level than just kind of like a kick around on a Friday night. But there doesn't seem to be that pyramid for people to play at different levels to progress. And also, I hear people talking about getting talent out of university. That's too late. If you're waiting for it to get talent out of university at college level, 21, 22,
there you go.
They're not going to compete. The best European players, you look at the ones in the World Cup, they're knocking on the door at 15 and 16 to be a professional player, and they're making it. Look at that guy who's played for Mexico in the World Cup, Mora. He's 17. When's the US going to find people like that? They're not, because they're waiting for him to get to college.
Yeah, you're hitting it on the head, and college. At the end of the day, college has the infrastructure, college has the resources, but we gotta create that same exact scenario at the youth level for U10, U12, U14, U16, where the resources, the facilities, and the financial backing are there, and it's not. And that's a problem.
So where do you get most of your players, Yan, in your league? Is it right after they come out of college?
No, it's actually right after they come out of academy. So right after they're done with their youth quote unquote careers, they kind of fall off the cliff. And then our league, the UPSL, we capture a lot of those youth players who want to continue to play and get ready for college or potentially pro. And that's why we've been successful, because we're talking hundreds of, thousands of players playing youth soccer, and they need a home after that. And there was a big gap. And that's why we grew from 10 teams to 900 teams and 40,000 players over the last 10 years.
And how much do they make as a player for your league?
Now we're technically an amateur league, and that's why we have hundreds and thousands of college players that play in our league, because they use it as a preparation for their college season. But here's the other side of it. Many of these teams want to win the championship, and so they're being paid under the table. That's just reality. And they're being paid $100, $200 a week, $300 a week to play for some of these teams. And that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with financials that are under the table instead of them being on top of the table, which is what I was referring to a few minutes ago, is that we need to fix this financial picture and the pyramid. As the gentleman was saying earlier, our pyramid is somewhat disconnected. There's no connection between all the different levels of play, if that makes sense.
There is no pyramid. There's a square at the top, and then there's kind of a bit of a trickle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it doesn't seem to work
And
together.
it's interesting that
not
how
a
you
lot
said
of
about them
synergy.
being paid under the table, Jan, because that kind of paints the picture as to how football became professional in the first place. When they were all factory workers, and the factory bosses you couldn't play for a team unless you worked for the factory. So they were hiring players to work for the factory and paying them better wages so they could play in the teams back in the 1880s. So it's I mean, America's catching up. That's in essence what that is.
Right. No, that's what we're lacking. We're lacking the financial structure and the pyramid connectivity, and at the end of the day, it's affecting our World Cup performance. And
Yeah,
that's a summary. That's a massive summary of the big time effect that this connection has, and it starts at the youth and it goes all the way up to college, and we need to fix that, and we need to fix that as soon as possible. I think the good news. I don't want to be a dark cloud here. I think the good news is we're getting there, but we're probably going to need another 5-10 years to figure it out. So expect some bumps in the road, but just like 10, 15, 20 years ago, the U.S., we were definitely making progress, and we didn't have Major League Soccer. Today we have Major League Soccer. We have over 30 teams, professional clubs. We have soccer-specific stadiums. We're moving in the right direction, and I think in the next 10, and being conservative, over the next 10 to 20 years, maybe it will be a top 8. But until we get this fixed, I think the powers to be know that this needs to be addressed, and we'll be positive and we'll be part of that process.
okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I do want to just let everybody know that we do have a poll right now for all of our viewers. Who's going all the way? Chime in. France, Spain, England, Argentina. Just put it in the chat. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Love to hear from you as far as who you've got going all the way right now. Speaking of the U.S. Or the Premier League, let me just share a little bit here from your website. So here's the Premier League's website, and as you can see, there are quite a few teams here. I think that's one of the things.
Yeah, you said
I was
900.
most surprised, right? I mean, you can go down the list.
Right.
And it just goes on and on, right?
Let me share this. This is really important. You guys hear this.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this is what our league delivers. We had a player 3 years ago in 2023 that was playing in Florida in our Florida conference. He was playing for 2 seasons in our league, and some of you may recognize his name. His name is Yan Diamande, and Yan Diamande was in our national Final Four 3 years ago, and he played right in front of. He was in the semifinal. He scored 2 goals. Well, he also scored 2 goals in the finals, and we presented him with the Golden Boot Award, which is we presented him a check for $1,000. I actually handed him that check and took a photo with him and congratulated him on having a great first name. And we laughed. And 3 years later, he's about to sign an $80 million contract with PSG.
Is that a Premier League team?
No,
In France. It's a top club in France. So we develop players. We give young players an opportunity. And again, like the gentleman said, he was only 16, so they're looking for young players. And unfortunately, MLS did not catch him. They let him right through let him fall through the cracks, and
Yes.
and he moved on to if you look at his history, he went on to Spain, and he played in La Liga, and he was immediately moved to Germany in the Bundesliga. He's playing for Leipzig, or actually Red Bull Leipzig, and now he's being transferred to more than likely PSG for 80 to $100 million.
Wow.
Okay, and this is a player that played in our league only years ago. So the talents in our league, and that's our job, is to give these young players a platform to showcase themselves. But these dollars need to stay here in the U.S. and clubs need to benefit so we can reinvest those dollars and produce U.S. talent. And that's the problem. These monies are not staying in the U.S. Those dollars went away and they went in somebody's pocket, but not in the club's pocket.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
I've
Yeah, you guys got
I'm
to
sorry, I got to. Go ahead.
you guys got to get it organized. Like obviously, there's a model to follow with the pro sports here, with baseball and basketball, and I guess football. Maybe I don't know as much about football, but to have it coordinated so that the minor league teams are somehow supported and promoted.
In the risk you have with that though, Brandon, is that the sports here that are organised, no one else really cares about them outside the US, so they're not getting players poached. Yan was just saying they've in essence built this talent, found this talent, and then the best basketball leagues in the US, the best hockey leagues in the US, the best baseball leagues in the US. So where are they going to go? But obviously, Yan was just saying they had that guy, that talent, that young kid needed a chance. But he's not made it here. He's ended up going to Spain, Germany, and potentially France.
Yeah. Well, what about coordination with FIFA too? I mean, it's in their interest to have a strong U.S., isn't it?
Brendan, that's an amazing point you just made. I think FIFA needs to step in and at the end of the day, work with U.S. Soccer, flex their muscles a little bit, and force the issue, because at the end of the day, there's reasons why it's not where it's at, and that's just reality. So I think that's a good suggestion, Brendan, from being on the outside.
It's called the World Cup, so that should mean something. It's a world sport, and I want to see some other continents in the finals one of these days. I mean, like I pointed out, the finals have been completely Europe and South America, and that's it.
Was America, United States ever in it? Was it like 1994?
What's that?
What was the team in 1994? There's a whole ESPN thing about
the World
it.
Cup team, when they last hosted it.
Oh, that was just the last time we hosted it.
They hosted it in '94 in the US.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. And we had a good team. We had a good competitive squad, and they did something similar to what this squad did back in the day. They lit up the sport. Fans got excited, but just like everybody on the phone here, we're all fans of a club that you want to see your club or your country win and compete. And we're just at a point right now in the U.S. where soccer fans are smart and we understand what's going on, and we're just not getting to that point. So we're a little frustrated. And that's why I think we're having this discussion.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we're going to go to our break and come back and hit a few other things. And Yan, you're welcome to stay on. And we're going to play a video about your league to close this at the end of the show. So definitely watch that. Okay. And I'm going
to vice squad officers by saying she was an unemployed lion tamer. Tonight, our critic at large turns his attention to the TV.
Section 107 of the Copyright Act.
Well, I wonder who Jack the Ripper will attack tonight. I think it is only fair that we apply the same critical standards to television that we do to anything else. Very sound thinking. Thank you. I think our first task ought to be to put our own house in order. Just call them the way you see them, Carl. Let the chipperinos fall where they may. What you're watching at this very moment is a classic example of what is wrong with television in this town. It is the pursuit of personality at the expense of competence. I'm not sure I understand. Sure you don't. Let's face it, WJM is the biggest offender in that regard. From the dowdy frumpery of the Happy Homemaker show to the bumbling, foot-in-the-mouth delivery of a certain anchorman. And backing them up right down the line are dull writing, inept staging, and high school production methods. Well, there you are. The Emperor has no clothes. Tomorrow we shall look at some of the other stations in town and see if they fare any better. Meanwhile, this is Carl Heller saying, let the viewer beware.
High school production methods?
Dull writing. Boy. What's the matter with you? If we dish it out, we ought to be able to take it.
Okay, Carl. Let's see if you can take it.
No, Mr. Grant, please. No, please. Let me handle this. You creep. Who do you think you are? What new show did you ever produce? Or anything else for that matter?
Mary, you don't have to be a chicken to judge an egg.
Have you no sense of proportion? Criticizing a multi-million-dollar movie is one thing. But to publicly attack the individual workers at a tiny television station who are simply doing the best job they can is nothing but sadistic bullying by an arrogant snob. Now hit him.
Lou, I'll flip you for it. Come, gentlemen, I'm not afraid of either of you.
You're not?
You wouldn't hit me, Lou, because that would mean that you can't take criticism. And deep down, both of you know that my criticism was just. And in your business, you can't attack old-fashioned honesty, can you? So long as I deal in truths, no matter how unpleasant, I have nothing to fear.
All right, Professor.
I have nothing to fear from you either. You're sensible, rational people. And sensible, rational people do not throw either pies or punches at someone's face for simply stating an honest opinion. Only a fool would vent his frustration in those ways.
All right. Well, yes, thank you. Our colleague Eric Sauvé reminds me that Carl Heller was in some other things, including Planet of the Apes, apparently. That was from the Mary Tyler Moore Show. And The Critics at Large was the name of the episode, Critic at Large. So this kind of dovetails, the show dovetails on that.
Well, we do have the poll up a little bit. We've gotten a few responses. It looks like it's a three-way tie.
Suave's voting for England. We like that.
Yeah, a little France, a little Spain, a little England. We have a little fan of Beechy taking number 3 for Beechy. So, look, you won yourself a fan for England. And then it's funny, but no one wants. No one.
I mean, the bad thing about football is votes is not what's going to win it. But I appreciate the love. We deserve it. We won it since '66.
Wow.
Well, no one loved Argentina, so there's one popular thing going on so far. So
you guys can do it, man. There's really not much difference between these teams. I mean, let's face it. It's like a little thing here or there. If you got to keep on that Messi guy and just stick on him like a spy.
That's it. Stop it into his left foot. That's all that matters.
Yeah, or like in Caddyshack. Remember when the Judge Smales was somebody's explaining how to mess his swing up? You said you got to just kind of cut him right behind the hamstring.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, when he turns into the ball, he has nothing. He has nothing.
Yeah, it's going to be tight. They're all very marginal games, which is good in some respects. I mean, World Cups gone by, there's been clear winners. Like Spain in 2010 were miles better than everybody. France in 98 were miles better than Brazil in 2002. The last few have all been very marginal. I mean, France and Argentina have both played the last 2 finals between them. They've won one each, and they could, in theory, could both get to a third in a row. So,
yeah,
or not.
But there you go.
Well, in the meantime, there is a sport going on as well in England right now. They're playing the gentlemen's final in the tennis, and I don't know. Do you have an update on that, Abe? Do you know what's happening there? I think it's very it's probably close. It's Zverev is playing center, and
Let's see.
the two big dogs are playing each other.
Right? Yes, there was.
The UFC was on as well last night.
Sinner looks to retain count against Alex. Let's see the finals today. Yes, Sinner, right?
Well, it's Sinner's number 1 and Zverev's number 2. So
it's right now. Here, let's just put this on stage. You can take a look at it. A little bit of Wimbledon. So what we got?
Zverev won. Who won the first set?
Let's see here.
Alexander.
Nice. I hope he wins.
And now they're here on the second set, and Alexander is kind of leading that.
Yeah. Well, what I've seen is that the Sinner's ground strokes aren't quite what they should be, and his forehand has been a little unsteady. And Zverev is just he's hitting his serve hard. He's hitting his ground strokes hard. He's focused, and he believes he can win because he won the French only a month ago. So this could turn into an upset, which I would like to see. But they got to win 3 out of 5 sets. It's a long haul in these finals. So, Dorothy, do you follow tennis at all?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Not as much as the 4 main ones, but I will say I'm so thankful for how much Beechy's taught us, because it really was a great intro to this tournament. And I learned so much from talking with you a month or so ago on the show. Yeah, thanks for all your insight. You made it a lot more fun.
See, Beechy, you just have all this universal feel.
I can't hear anything Dorothy's saying. I've just been watching her smile, so I was like, great.
She said you're really charming for a wanker.
Yeah, well, that's what most people say. That's what I should put on my LinkedIn, shouldn't I?
He's not only a banker, Dorothy. He's not only a wanker. He's a banker.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, he works at City National, not to be confused with something else.
I'm actually looking for a financial advisor.
Yeah, did you see any of the UFC last night? Anybody? Conor McGregor fought for the first time in 5 years, so there was a bit of a big hype behind that.
Oh, how'd it go?
Yeah, the fight was over in about 20 seconds. He felt his leg and pretty much just called it.
Oh my God.
The 2 main card fights were probably less than a minute between the 2 of them. So the fight before that.
Some people get really ripped off who paid a lot of money to see
that. Well, the fight before that was a guy called Paddy Pimblett, who's another English guy. He went in against somebody and he literally choked the guy out within about 30 seconds of the fight, and the ref had to call it because the person was unconscious. But yeah, the main card, the 2 fights were less than 2 minutes between them. So yeah. There was even baseball on. I saw it on the TV, but I didn't know why it was on in the pub. But what do I know?
Speaking of baseball, we have to talk some baseball with Brian Keller.
Yeah.
Brian, where's all the credit, man? My Pittsburgh Pirates are over 500. They're ahead of the Cincinnati Reds, and they're like a couple of games out of the wild card. What do you think? You got to be impressed.
Oh yeah. They've certainly had a great season here. They're in the thick of things.
Yeah, we swept the Brewers, baby.
That's good. Yeah, the Brewers are good.
Yeah, I mean, they torture us, as you know, Dorothy. And
yes, I do.
We could sweep the series. We swept the doubleheader yesterday, and they got some young players. They got, and it's we'll probably lose them, but for this year we got some guys that are new guys who are making an impact and seem like they're pretty sharp and poised. The other team that's hot is the Boston Red Sox. They've won 8 in a row.
Oh, so, wow.
It's like perfect storm for me.
They're at the third place.
Yeah, look at that. They're catching up to the Yankees.
Okay.
Is there hope for is there hope for the Detroit Tigers at all?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. We just broke our winning streak 6 games yesterday to the Phillies, which is not a
Wow.
shabby team. And we are had the most wins in the AL since June 1st.
Wow.
You're only 5.5
Yeah,
games
we are
out.
on the way up. We have 4 All-Stars. We got Dylan Dingler, the catcher, Riley Green in left field. Kevin McGonigal is our rookie shortstop, and then Justin Verlander is making his final appearance because he announced his retirement.
Oh, he's back in Detroit.
Yes. He was traded there this year, and this is his last year. He just announced this week that he's retiring.
Oh, okay. I know you like Justin Verlander.
Back in the day, I did, but now it's Javier Baez.
Oh, he's a little too old for you now.
Yeah.
It's Javier Baez now. That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta love Dorothy. Always buying stock in the Detroit Tigers.
Dorothy,
Hope for them. We'll see.
Who's your favorite looking soccer player?
I have been evaluating. I'll say the guy, who's that blondie from the team that lost yesterday?
Oh, Holland?
Yeah, he's an interesting one.
Yeah, the guy that looks like the Viking. He looks like one of the Vikings.
They all look like Vikings.
It's really, I haven't found one that I have like a
There was a lot
crush
of
on.
love for the Norwegian goalkeeper in the pub yesterday. The ladies were speaking how handsome he was. Somebody in Ireland, I forget what his first name is.
Yeah, well, he wasn't so handsome that he stopped Bellingham.
It's hard to stop big balls, Jude, Brandon. That's all I can say.
Yes, well, England has big balls. Yes, like AC/DC says.
Question, because you all know about this and I don't. What's going on with Banana Ball? Is that that just seems to be getting bigger and bigger?
Oh, well, anybody want to comment?
I think now I know nothing about it, but I don't know about the Savannah Bananas. But I keep seeing the advertisements.
Yeah, it's gotten big.
I don't watch
it's just
that.
a crazy.
Does anyone?
I mean, I would say, look.
But I guess is it just a more interesting version of baseball? Is that the idea? It's meant to be faster and
it's
entertaining. Yeah.
Is it like the Harlem Globetrotters but for baseball?
Yeah, it's like the Globetrotters meet baseball.
Yeah,
got you. But they have like 6 teams now in this Banana Ball, or possibly 8. So it's growing.
It feels almost
I mean,
like
I watched it. It looked far more
like a
entertaining than
Globetrotter.
normal baseball is to me. So
it is a lot like that. It's like the Harlem
I like the
Globetrotters. It's entertaining. It's for the kids. It's almost like a circus and a baseball team.
And when did the NHL fixtures come out?
What's that?
That must be soon.
Oh, the schedule comes out
When
on
does the NHL schedule come out? That's got to be the next couple of weeks, hasn't it?
The 16th. On the 16th.
Okay, cool.
Andrew, you had to remind us. Like now we have to be watching NBA Summer League all summer, and it's like the basketball never stops.
I didn't know the basketball had started, so I'm going to argue against that point.
I don't need to watch Summer League.
Didn't the Knicks just win something? Isn't that basketball?
Yeah,
that was just a couple of weeks ago.
And it started again.
It's Summer League.
Surely less people care about basketball than baseball. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I think we should take a break. Like I'm not into.
Well, baseball was always called America's game. That's what how it was described. But
it was for a long time.
That was before football really got going.
Yeah,
well, I'm still of
Mm-hmm.
the opinion though that the only reason that American football is popular is because there's nothing else to do in some of these places. I think if you put like some of these for our football, like Yan's on about clubs there, or you put hockey teams, or you put other sports there, people just need something to do. Put a professional team in some of these places, and they'd be like rock stars.
That's true. I think that's why I know so much about sports, because I'm from Michigan. I'm not raised in California where there's so much to do. Michigan, there's a lot less to do. That's why I know a lot, because I have nothing else to do.
You'll have to translate what Dorothy said. I've
she's saying that
here.
Michigan is a little bit is devoid of some of the recreational activities we have in California, like going to the beach.
Yeah, but at least Michigan's got
You
some
can't
teams,
go up.
though,
You
hasn't
can
it?
go to
You've
the
got-
Upper Peninsula and kind of have a deliverance experience. You know.
I guess
Yeah,
the
cross
point. I guess the
country
point
and
is all the teams are in the one city. Like Detroit have all the teams in Michigan. So I guess if you went somewhere like Auburn Hills or somewhere, that's in Michigan, isn't it? Some random place like that. What do they do?
Well, they have. That's where the Pistons play, right?
Right, that's where they used to play. Now they're
No
right
idea,
in the
but I'm just
city.
saying. But at least, but I'm thinking like somewhere like Idaho or Iowa, and they haven't got a team for anything. have
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, but soccer ain't gonna fly in Idaho, I don't think.
Well, yeah, but you could put another sport. I think if you put something there, people will watch it. I think most people just want something to do on a Saturday afternoon, don't they? So if you put something
like
there,
Iowa,
Well, like he's like
high
talking
school
like how
sports are
Oklahoma
big.
City has something, like the San Antonio, like those.
where
are
did
towns.
the Joey Chestnut win his competition? That's the big
Coney
sport.
Island.
Is that
Isn't
where
that
that takes
Coney-
place?
It's always in Coney Island.
Okay, that's got to be a bucket list item for you, Brandon. Surely, as a sports enthusiast, to go and watch that.
Oh, you think I like to eat, right? So I'd love that. But yeah,
No, I think to watch Jerry Chestnut, that's a bucket list item.
I got to go there sometime to see Joey Jaws, and just like I got to go to the U.S. Open, it's on my bucket list. I'd love to participate, actually.
What in the Open or in the top?
I'd really like to be cut loose on that competition. I think if I had the right food, watch out. I had great gyro sandwiches last night at the Greek festival. You ever been to the Greek festival?
No, I thought about going today.
No,
Actually,
no.
it might help soak up some of the booze from yesterday.
Yeah.
Where is it? I'd love to go.
St. Catherine's Church in Redondo Beach,
Okay.
right off of PCH Nob Hill Road, and it's well attended. I really encourage you I ate like a king for $55, and my son got fed too, and nice Greek music. Andrew, there were a lot of women walking around. Maybe you meet the love of your life there. Maybe she's Greek.
The next divorcee.
It wouldn't be so bad to have Greek food every week, every day.
God, I'd be the size of a house if I had a Greek wife. Just imagine how well they eat.
Well, it's healthy food though. It's very good.
Yeah, I
for
might
the
go
heart.
later. It's on all day. Isn't it?
I mean, there were a lot of people there. They had the gyro sandwich. The gyro sandwich was beautiful, and Eric agrees. Eric Sauvé, yes, he probably took a date there. And you go into the dining hall room, and there's tons of really nice dishes there. You have to wait online, but it's all pretty affordable. And there's nice music and dancing and alcohol.
Well, no more for me for a few days.
Yeah,
I might
She's
have
working
to
it out
go.
as we speak.
but how many beers did you put down last night, Andrew? Do you even remember?
Yeah, I would say conservative between the group of four of us that we probably did about 16 or 17 pitches by the time England had finished. So God knows what happened after that.
Oh my God. Dang.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Goodness.
And that was the first game, so God knows what happened afterwards.
Were you playing darts too?
No, they're not stupid enough to let us have darts. So we're thinking it's an early game.
Wow. It didn't look good for you guys for a while. Like England was behind for about 10, 15 minutes, weren't they?
Yeah, they looked comfortable all game, England, and then Norway just seemed to, shot out of the blue. Just something went in, freak goal.
Thank God that guy got thrown down, because that would have been a goal for you against you.
Yeah, I was watching it at the time, and I was like, wow, that's harsh on Norway. I see why he gave it, but I think that was just physicality. I wasn't convinced. But then England could have had a penalty at the end. I'm not really sure why that wasn't given. So I think the referee kind of evened it out as the game went on. But yeah, we were in the game, and we've been in the game against the Mexicans as well. We've had some pretty hard. We're hoping for it. Honestly, this might suit England. The next, hopefully 2 more games, because we'll be the underdog, and people will have to come at us versus us kind of being, trying to be the aggressor. So I think that might help.
Okay. Abe, we do have one other clip I could play. I don't know. I want to talk to you about this. Do you think it's going to be a problem, the Buddy Hackett clip?
We could try it.
because this is not like major television or anything. This is Buddy Hackett doing stand-up comedy. Do you know Buddy Hackett, Andrew?
Nope, never heard of him.
Well, let's broaden your horizons then. Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, we'll be back after this little clip is played. Section 107 of the Copyright
An
Act.
Oriental lady of the evening, and a few days later, she looks down at his member, right? And it's all different colors: brown, green, blue, pink, plaid. He goes to the doctor, who says, "Hey, I seen that in the Philippines." He says, "It's gonna have to come off." He says, "It don't come off. I tried everything." Ajax, Super Velvet, Comet, it don't come off. He said, "No." He said, "That's poison. You're gonna die. I'm gonna have to amputate. You're gonna cut off my dick." He says, "Otherwise you'll die." He said, "Let me die. I don't want to live without it." And he's in deep depression. He's walking and thinking, "Wait a minute, Oriental girl, let me try Oriental doctor." So he went to the Oriental doctor neighborhood, and he walked down some stairs, and he knocked on a fringe. And the doctor said, "How you do? What can I do for you?" He said, "I want you to see this." He said, "God damn, look at your dick. That's all different color. Brown, green, blue, pink, red. I just have yellow." "You went to America, doctor?" He said, "Yes." "What did he tell you?" "He wants to amputate." "God damn, want to cut off your dick?" He said, "Yes." "Whew, don't have to do that." He said, "Thank God." He said, "Sure, 3, maybe 4 days. They're going to fall off by themselves."
The old comedy. I don't know if that flies today in 2026, but that's old. The old days were wild, and they were so much. They really were so animated back then. Comics were very, very on. What they could do with their face. And it was classic.
I thought of that clip because of this FIFA scarf that I won in the networking group. I don't know if you can see it.
It's
No,
blurring out.
No, you're.
But I couldn't hear the comedy clip anyway, so I'm gonna have to YouTube it on my own.
No.
Yeah, this scarf is beautiful.
A dick joke.
What's that, Brian?
It's a dick joke, Beechy.
Oh, then it's definitely worth googling.
The summary is that the guy was really panicked because the doctor said that he's going to have it amputated, and then he went to another doctor who was Chinese, and the guy said, "Oh no, that's just going to fall off on its own."
I'm still gonna look it up.
That's the gist of it.
So, well, we made it through another show. It was a lot of fun, and we didn't even talk. We talked zero American football, Andrew. So you should be happy about that.
I am. I really felt like I drove that interview to waste some of your time, so we didn't talk about that nonsense.
Beaching.
You can do it next week or the week after.
What's that?
I said there's plenty of other weeks where you'll be able to talk American football.
Yeah.
Is it even the season?
It is nice when like you watch a sport and nobody really ever gets seriously hurt. And in soccer, it's just a lot of play acting. It's great.
I agree. I'll get into the rugby next, mate. That's the next big sport to get into.
What's that?
You got to get into the rugby next. That's the next big sport to get into.
Rugby.
World Cup for that's next year.
Yes. You know that there was, Andrew, speaking of sports like rugby, there was a tennis player, a really good tennis player from Australia who was also a great Australian rules football player.
Really? That's
Cash.
A mad combination.
He won Wimbledon a few times, I think. Maybe once or twice. He's a great, real sturdy guy. Dorothy, you'd like him, I think.
He would be as an Aussie rules player.
Check out Pat Cash.
Pat Cash.
1980s.
Okay.
He had these monster. He was like, you could see when he was playing. That guy doesn't look like a tennis player exactly. He's a little too built. And he was a big net rusher. Anyway,
I'll sell the rugby to Dorothy. It's just loads of big buff men in tight little shorts and tight shirts smacking into each other. I mean, what else do you want as a lady?
Okay. I'll let my girlfriend
ironically.
Yeah. Did you play rugby, Andrew?
Back in the day, yeah, but I got too small and everyone was too Samoan for me in the end, mate.
Oh, really?
I mean, I'm 220 plus pounds, and for my position, you need to be about
You're kind
300.
of solid though. You're like kind of like
Yeah,
a bowling
and
ball
I'm
a little
100
bit.
kilograms, mate, but for my position, I probably need to be 125, 130, so about 30. It's like boxing against someone of a different weight class, isn't it? It just doesn't end well. We used to play against a school, and they had a big Samoan lad play for them whose nickname was the chiropractor, because when he hit you, you just got, realigned.
Chiropractor.
Yeah.
Abe, do you have any announcements? Anything else you want to say here?
Yeah, I mean, I was going through all of my stuff, and I found my Blockbuster card from 2003. So yeah, that was exciting news. So I got a Blockbuster card. So
Oh my gosh.
I guess I'm gonna go to the video store later and go get myself some DVDs.
Good luck
Oh my
finding
gosh.
Blockbuster.
When JP and I
There's one
were
in Bend,
cleaning
Oregon,
out,
isn't there?
his was
Blockbuster, the
there.
last one.
Sounds about right.
Maybe. I don't know, but I found JP's too. I'm like, do we really need this?
Yeah. It's like some of the things I found in my wallet that I never used too. It's depressing.
Once it left a circular impression.
Andrew knows what I'm talking about. Okay. Well, I think that's pretty much it. This was a fun show. I think we had relatively few hopefully no copyright issues. I tried to stay squeaky clean as far as I could. And
Hey,
Let's
Abe, this weekend we got Detroit playing the Angels, if you want to join, in Anaheim. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
next week,
This weekend coming up, like a week from today. Yeah.
Clash of the
So-
Titans.
Yeah,
so if
I won't be able to do the
anyone
show.
wants to
I won't be able to do the show
join,
next week.
You know, we went like
okay.
last year.
Okay, Gabby, we'll miss you. But hopefully
No, I'll
one
still
of
be
you-
on.
I'm gonna
Yes.
miss. I'm gonna miss next week myself. I have to go
All right.
to my
Yeah,
dad's
I hope somebody's
memorial.
around so I don't have to do a monologue all for an hour. But you
No,
know, I can
I'll
do
still
it.
be here. I'll still
Okay.
be here.
Hey.
All right, Beechy Boy, thanks for being our guest. Yan
Thank you.
Skwara, thank you. And we will play the closing clip now covering his United Premier Football League, Soccer League. And you'll learn more about that. And thanks for listening. And we'll be back next week. Baseball's heating up, baby. All right.
Yeah, Tigers.
Thank you.
Here, I just finished the Atlanta Summit meeting for the Atlanta Caribbean Division, and I wanted to get your thoughts first of all on how the previous season went with the division, and what you thought the division could do to improve things.
I think this is a great market for the UPSL long term, short term, and midterm. We're really making some moves that I think are going to grow the market and take the division really to the next level. We had a fantastic summit meeting today. We had some great teams and ownership groups here attending, where we were able to exchange ideas and information. And that's the purpose of our summit meetings. And at the end of the day, it translates to everybody leaving here with some good energy and some good ideas that we'll implement to kick off the UPSL spring 2020 season.
All right. And how important is this market to the UPSL, having us in the Southeast Division of Atlanta?
It's a very big market for us. It's the reason I'm here, and the league wants to see Atlanta and Georgia, the state of Georgia, explode with some powerful teams coming together, connecting these teams as our slogan states, connecting American soccer. But it's important that we allow the quality teams in the region here to be able to compete against one another, and yet at the same time keep the travel within a reasonable geographical proximity to one another, which is how the budgets we keep the budgets down so that these teams can operate efficiently, profitably, or at least at a break even.
Well, that sounds great. Well, we look forward to seeing what happens in the coming spring season. And also, we also talked about opening up and expanding into the fall season. How important is that for the Atlanta Caribbean League and this division?
It's vital. It's almost a minimum standard, mandatory requirement for all teams moving forward. Soccer players, football players have to play 10 months out of the year. That's what our league is all about. It's playing. We have 2 seasons in a 12-month period, so. I think the division, the Atlanta Caribbean division, is ready now to commit to a spring-fall schedule, and I think that's going to be just a positive for everybody involved.